Everybody, Lisa here from Prims on Greenway. Today is Thursday, August 17th, and yes, it's been 3 months since I have seen you, and so much has happened. I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but I will give you the highlights. It's been an awesome summer, and I can hardly believe that tomorrow my son is heading back to Ohio to college, and my daughter in just a couple more days is heading to upstate along the Canadian border back to college. I don't know where the time has gone. I know for everybody this summer has been a whirlwind. So let's get right into it. I apologize ahead of time if I'm a little bit all over the place, but I know you guys don't mind. Okay, so I have my book of days here, and when I last taped, I think it was mid-May, and so here's the Stitchy goodness for May, and I'm going to use the book to march through the months a little bit so I can give you some highlights on what was happening in my crafty life. It's been fun, that's all I can say. And one of the big things, just to remind you that I've been preparing for most of this time, is the big needlework retreat at Hobby House. It's October 4th through the 6th. It's called the Primitive Needle Arts Primer. This is a retreat with all things prim, with many primitive designers, including Beth Seal of Summerhouse Stitchworks and Leanne Ben Layen of 1897 Schoolhouse Samplers, and Kathy Barrick and Liz Matthews, and Teresa Miller of Teresa's Prim Treasures, and Maggie Bononomy. And we have also added Stacy Nash to the list. So it's going to be a colossal event. Hobby House tells me there's still a couple seats left. If you want to slip on in, feel free to do so. It is taking place at the Unparalleled Woodcliff Resort and Spa. It is a beautiful, beautiful hotel, and I would love to have you join us. Again, Michelle from Under the Woolen Willow and I have been working very, very hard. Actually, this has been in the planning for almost 2 years, and we've been working very hard to make it a wonderful time. There are going to be some vendors there, in addition to shopping at Hobby House, and a couple of really cool make and takes that we've been working on, as well as your classes. So again, go to the Hobby House website and check it out. I do think there's still a couple seats left, so feel free. Okay, so I'm going to start with kind of the end of May. And one of the things I created, if you remember, Michelle and I were doing a Word of the Year project. I have to say we kind of let it go over the summer. Things just got a little too crazy to keep up with it, but we did do it for 5 or 6 months. And the last item that I created was a spool banner. So I'm always looking for something to do with my old spools. I've got lots of them. So if you guys have a cool spool craft, please let me know. I would love to hear about it. So what I did is I created a spool banner. So I took some old spools and basically glued them together. Now I'm going to tell you a mistake that I made so you don't make the same mistake. On the end of these spools, sometimes there's old paper that kind of says the name of the company, Coates & Clark or whatever. I should have taken that off and sanded that down, because when I put the glue on, sometimes they come apart because it's just glued on the paper, not on the wood itself. So that was a mistake on my part. I've had to glue this several times. But then I took some beautiful fabric, and actually I backed it with some heat and bond. You can kind of see this shine there. The reason I did that is I thought it would lay a little bit flatter. It still curls a little bit at the end, but I do think it lays fairly flat. Just glued them over the top of the spool, and put my Word of the Year Simplify on there. And then this is a rusty wire. Put some leather buttons on the end and some little cards that you can write some little memories on. So here we are, a Simplify wooden spool banner. So if you have some old spools, and of course you can hang it, this is very moldable. I know it looks kind of crooked, but it's very moldable to hang wherever you want to hang it. So if you have some old spools, here's an idea. Make a little banner. You can put something across, or just beautiful fabric, alternating colors, same color, whatever you like. You know me, love the red. So there we are, kind of cut the ends real cute. So another idea for you, spool banner. Okay, so that was one item that I finished up. If you don't mind, I'm going to be checking my my book of days here to be sure I'm staying on track. I'm just looking around. I thought I had brought my glasses over here, but of course I don't see them. So, all right, we'll try our best. Next thing, oh goodness, I don't have this with me. You know, I started a pattern by Blackbird Designs called Lady Liberty. And I don't have the pattern anymore. And my fully finished object is at work. Holy moly. All right. I will try my best to put some pictures here. Basically, it was supposed to be a drum. And there was Lady Liberty supposed to be on the top of the drum, and then around the outside is a beautiful waving flag and some doodads. And I believe an alphabet, I think. And I started it at the end of May, and I finished it sometime over the summer, I think July. And what I did with it then, I didn't do the Lady Liberty on the top. I didn't make a drum. I took the long part of it that would have wrapped around the drum, and I mounted it on an Amish basket. Yep, an Amish basket, and it looks adorable. So I did post it on Instagram. If you're a follower of me there, you probably saw it. But I will try my best to put some pictures in here. It was super duper fun. Super duper fun. And as we progress here, you're going to be seeing more Amish baskets. Yes, I have made an Amish friend who is making Amish baskets, and they are amazing. So stay tuned. Okay. So that was a finish I had over the summer, even though I don't have it here in person because I have it at work. And this was kind of a last minute decision to roll this floss tube, but that's okay. That's okay. One of the next things that I did, which was so much fun right at the beginning of June, is I went to what we're calling Stitch Camp, and it's an awesome couple days that I spend with a group of friends, including a couple designers, Beth Seal of Summerhouse Stitchworks and Janice Note of Noteworthy Needle. And we just have a fun time getting together and stitching up a storm, chatting, doing some prep work for classes, eating, you know, all the things. And that was at the beginning of June. And here it is August, and we're already planning another one in September. So woohoo! Woohoo! I encourage you, if you have a group of friends, even if it's just 2 or 3 of you, get away, you know, go to an Airbnb or just a hotel or somebody's home and spend, you know, a weekend or a couple 3 days and just relax, stitch, talk stitching. Hey, why not? You know, we all deserve a break. So I encourage you to give it a try. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. And I'm looking forward to doing it again soon. All right, while I was there, another start that I had was Wild Berries by Blackbird Designs. And here is the picture. This pattern, I believe, is out of print. It's one of the Abecedarians. If you remember, one of my goals was to stitch all 12 Abecedarians, and I was doing really well when I saw you in May. It's all falling apart. What are you going to do? life happens. So I did do the first 5, so January through May. This was supposed to be June, and I have made some progress on it, and it's very small, but it's not finished yet. And I thought I had it here. If you don't mind giving me a quick second. Yes, I spot it. I spot it. I spot it. And yeah, it's kind of folded. It's kind of folded. Let's see if I can stretch it out. And maybe I can use this box to kind of show you. And, okay, what is this stitched on? 40 count creme brulee by Tabby Cat with all the called for floss, which is Gentle Arts. So here we are. It's almost there. So remember, these Abecedarians, they're all samplers. So they all have an alphabet on them, and they're not reproductions. And there was a series of 12. I believe it was 2014 through 2016. There was a series of 12 of them. So again, this is technically number 1 in the series, but I wasn't doing them in order. I was just kind of choosing what I liked. So, so here we are. This is Wild Berries. It's probably at least halfway done, if not a little bit more. So I will continue to work along on this. I'm kind of hoping by the next time I see you, it'll be done. But I don't think I'm going to meet my 12 goal. But if I finish this one, I'll be halfway there at 6. So yeah, you're going to hear in a bit. I've been, yeah, struck by a lot of squirrels in my life. Never thought I would, but I have been struck. So anyways, here we are, Wild Berries. You might be able to obtain this on the secondary market. It is a very, very cute little pattern, and I have enjoyed stitching it. All right, I'm going to place this over here as something I've shown. Okay, so moving forward, I did continue to work on, oh, and by the way, not that it matters, but that Lady Liberty pattern, that was Gail's pattern that she had given to me, and then when she saw me stitch it, she wanted to stitch it, so I've already given it back to her. And then what I also was working on last time, I've been working on her since December. If you remember, was Hands Across the Sea, Sarah Fletcher. And I also don't have that pattern because that was Gail's also. Oh. Anyways, if you remember, I started this on 46 count, which I'd never stitched on before. And I used 100.3s, which I'd never used before. And you heard me say on several floss tubes, I was having a hard time and I wasn't sure about these 103s and the 46 count and blah, 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 blah. Well, I re-fell in love with it when I was at Stitch Camp in June. I just totally fell in love with it. I had that new start on the Blackbird. I was working on the Lady Liberty. However, my main focus during Stitch Camp was Sarah Fletcher, and that continued on and off through the summer, in between retreat projects, etc. And if you've been following my Instagram, you know that I went for a trip to Arizona, and while I was there, I finished Sarah Fletcher. So despite the fact that I don't have a pattern to show you, I do have a finish on Sarah. So again, I'm trying to flatten it out. All right, here we are. Here is Sarah. I'm going to kind of show you from the top. Isn't that gorgeous? You know what? One of the things that put me over the edge, and I want to thank you, Barry, because it was you. Barry from Stitch Folk had shown that she had started this, along with my friend Grace, who is Paisley Stitcher. If you're not watching her, you need to head over there quickly. They both started Sarah Fletcher, and Barry, quick as a bunny, finished this huge pot on the top. And it was one of the things I hadn't yet done. As soon as I saw it done, bam, there I was, stitching it up a storm. Thank you, Barry, for your inspiration, and Grace for yours too in starting this sampler, because you pushed me to a finish. So here is that gorgeous basket. That would be an excellent standalone, just an excellent standalone. And look at that beautiful border. I just love all the reds in here. Look at all these reds. And there she is, Sarah Fletcher, Brig House, age 12, 1841. I did use the 100.3s and did that over 1 on 46 count full cross. It wasn't too bad. next time I probably would have used surfine, big story to go along with it, but I did purchase a spool of surfine, but purchased it in the wrong color. And then I said, just forget it. Just do the 100.3s. I'm telling you. Anyways, there we go. I think that's a moth in there. I love this little castle, another beautiful basket. I think those are peacocks, maybe a male and a female, I'm guessing. We got a little dog, a bunny, little flowers. It just is fantabulous. And I've seen a few people since I posted this on Instagram starting this or purchasing this. This is awesome. It was a fun stitch, even though it was a journey for me. On again, off again, on again, off again. But isn't that the way with stitching? You fall in love with something and then, you know, maybe you fall out of love for a little while and then it just comes on full force and you just can't wait to finish it. And so that was my story here. I thank you for going on this journey with me and encouraging me, and I'm thrilled that it's done. I would love to have it framed. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So there you go. Sarah Fletcher is in the books as a finish. So woohoo! Alrighty. So let's see. What else do I want to chat about? One of the other things that came up over the summer was I was invited by Sarah, who is the owner of Salty Yarns. I believe she's in Berlin, Maryland, which I believe is near Ocean City. I have never been to Salty Yarns, but she reached out to me and asked if I'd like to teach a class there for her October Jamboree, which is actually the weekend after my big retreat in Rochester. So, oh my gracious, am I going to be busy? But you know what? I couldn't turn down the offer. I said, oh, I think I could do it. So, we also invited Michelle from Under the Rolling Willow, and the two of us are going to be giving a weekend retreat at Salty Yarns. She apparently has recently moved and has space. If you're interested in the October Jamboree, please give Salty Yarns a call or go to their website. There is information there. It is quite the bargain price, so definitely head over and check it out if you're anywhere in the area. Really, it's an awesome price, and I think we're going to have some fun. I can show you the project that I'm going to be teaching. I have it right over here. Hang on one second. And it involves an Amish basket. So you probably remember a couple years ago, I did a class. No, it was last year, actually. I did a class at Hobby House with a rectangular pincushion box. I don't have it here. It's over in the other room. But anyways, I've shown it before. And basically, I taught people, we painted and waxed the box and duded it all up. And on the top, we did a padded pincushion. And when I went back to look for that box, which I got at Hobby Lobby, they were gone. I checked Google, gone. Couldn't find it anywhere on the internet. Gone. So I got thinking. And I said, maybe my Amish friend can make me an Amish sewing basket. Wouldn't that be super cool? And indeed he did. And it is beautiful. So my class is going to involve making a padded top to an Amish basket that you will receive. In addition, we're making a couple extra doodads. So let me start. I'm going to take the top off for now and just show you the Amish basket, and then I'll show you the other pieces and parts, okay? So here is the Amish basket, and it has a black band to it. It's kind of a rectangle, as you can see. It's pretty deep. And here's the bottom, which is all wood. And he also puts his name there on all of his products, and it's beautifully stained. And this is the actual color and basket that you will receive. Oh, and it has leather handles, and these leather handles are made by the Amish gentleman down the road from him. So this is 100% handmade. Amazing. So you will receive this. In the class, you will bring some fabric of your choice, and I figured that'd be the best way because everybody has a different taste in fabric, color, whatever. So I said, just bring some fabric along. I used a Kathy Holden fabric and made a padded top, as you can see. And here's the bottom. It kind of is inset there so that it fits nice and tight on the top of the basket. There we are. So that's what it looks like. So it's nice and padded here, right at the top of the basket. Looks beautiful, beautifully tailored there. Love it, love it, love it. Now, in addition to making the top, you are also going to use some of that fabric to make a beautiful tag. Now you can, this is also Kathy Holden fabric. We're going to hang the tag from our basket. I'm going to give people options to decorate this tag, possibly put their name on, maybe just leave it. Depends on what kind of fabric you have. I just left this because I thought the bird was so cute, so I didn't put anything more on that, but I will have other options for people to do it, you know, do what they want as far as zhuzhing it up. So that'll be part of the class, and of course that'll match because you're using the same fabric. And then the third accessory you will make using your fabric, which will match, is you're going to make a beautiful triangle pincushion. Yes, and this was made with the same Kathy Holden fabric, and that way you'll have a whole matching ensemble. You can't go wrong with matching ensembles. Do you remember years ago? Do you remember those pantsuits? We'd go shopping for a pantsuit and it'd be all matching, and you'd want to get the matching purse and maybe a matching hat or matching shoes. So you had your whole ensemble very coordinated. Well, you're going to have your sewing basket totally coordinating. And speaking of sewing baskets, I figured this is a good time to mention that I am participating with Susan Stanley in her first Stitches project. I did not purchase the kit because it was sold out, and I have lots of fabric. So I decided to make my own kit. Do I have all the pieces to my little kit? No, but I did use this cute little bag that I made a couple years ago. I have a thimble in it. I have beeswax in it, thread. What else? You needed two little, what do they call it? Templates to cut out your squares and such. I just made all that stuff myself. And I put a picture on Instagram if you're interested in seeing the whole kit that I made. But this is the little bag that I made a couple years ago. So I'm just using it. You know how it sits on your shelf, you never use it? I figured, well, I'm going to use it. So it's full of this stuff. And then I picked out some cute French general fabrics. And so far in the class, this is free online. Go to her website, Susan Stanley, her YouTube videos. It's called First Stitches. We're making a doll quilt, and it's all hand stitched. This is not machine stitched. So far we're at the 4-patch step. And so I have my 4 patches made. So I'm just going to show you real briefly and encourage you to give it a try. This is very, very simple sewing. And it's so much fun. Again, I'm a quilter wannabe. I've made a couple quilts, machine quilted, but this was super fun to do this with hand stitching and learn how to hand stitch. So I've really, really enjoyed this. I'm eagerly awaiting the next step. So again, she talks a lot about on her station or her channel, she talks a lot about, vintage and historic sewing baskets. And with that basket, I thought, back at the turn of the century, maybe somebody had a little sewing basket similar to that. You never know. So again, if you're interested in a class at Salty Yarns mid-October, hey, check out her website or give her a call. I'm sure she'd be happy to talk to you about it. Michelle is doing an awesome project. It is it's an apron, but you're going to be embellishing it kind of with, what's the word I'm looking for? Motifs from your life. It's almost like a memory apron. It's going to be super cool. Super cool. Super cool. So yeah, I hope you join us. That would be fun too. Okay, so what's next on my list? Let's see what I have here. I made a trip with Michelle and Gail to Albany. We kind of meet in the middle because she's from Massachusetts. We did a lot of work on the retreat. That was in June. Let's see, moving on to my July. I finished Lady Liberty, which I already told you. And okay, so my next project was a pattern from Blackberry Primitives. All right, the pattern's right over there. Can you give me 1 second? I should have brought it over. Give me a minute. Let me just grab it. It's right over here. I have the finished product, but I always like to show the pattern. And I know it's in this box. So give me a quick second, and here it is. Okay, let me just get back over here. I have so much stuff I'm stepping over. Okay, here's the pattern. Let me take it out of the bag because it'll be glary. And the pattern's just called Liberty. And it's a super simple prim folky wool pattern. It's absolutely awesome. And I stitched the pattern, and when I was done with it, I said to myself, how am I going to finish this? You know, wall hanging, pillow, Amish basket. It just so happened, and this was not premeditated, pre-planned. It just so happened that it fit on this Amish basket, which is called a pie carrier. And, oops, something's moving because I have something in here, but here is the top. Let me open this way. Here is the top. Here is Liberty. And I made it into a bit of a padded top. It's not super padded like the other, but there is some padding in there. And I will take it off so that you can see. I also kind of did an inset so that it kind of fits. I use this cool fabric, so it kind of fits. And this particular basket, I had asked my friend to divide it. Now, normally it's not divided, but I asked him to divide it because, again, I thought, wouldn't this make an awesome sewing basket? And so he did divide it into 3 compartments, as you can see. And what I did is, on the top of the dividers, I glued some prim scrapbooking paper, as you can see. And I made a pin cushion to fit in 1 square. And I made a removable and reversible pad, stitchy pad, whatever you want to call it, to go in here, liner maybe, I don't know what you want to call it, to go in here. And then over here, really, I just put, this is what was rolling around. This is really just for decorative purposes, but this other, and I put this little star in here, but this other bin, I thought you could put a lot of accessories, etc. in there. You could do what you want with it, obviously. I love these. These are amazing. And I don't know if you can tell, let me put it this way. He kind of has these cute little wooden balls in here, right over here. And so it moves the handles away from the basket a little bit, and that helps to sit the top on there very nicely. So I was just thrilled beyond belief that it just so happens that this pattern fit fabulously on this basket, and I am just totally and 100% in love with this. Amazing. So yes, run, don't walk to Blackberry Primitives. That's for sure. Okay, so that was another project I was working on. Okay, let's see. What did I do next? I think my next big thing really was my trip to Arizona. I did mention that on my last Flosstube that I was going to Arizona. My daughter had an internship there in Phoenix. It just so happens it was 2 weeks before summer school, but that's okay because truly I felt like I had my own little personal retreat because she was busy doing her thing in Phoenix and actually was staying in a hotel up there with another intern as part of their whole thing. And so I stayed at a hotel just up the road from the attic. And can I just tell you, those ladies there at the attic and in Phoenix are the most hospitable, wonderful, kind people I've ever met. They made my stay there so welcoming, so relaxed, so fun. I can't even go on enough about the time that I had there. And I wish I had taken more pictures and videos. I'll be honest with you, I was enjoying myself so much. I have never just had that alone time. I was alone. I kind of got up when I wanted, ate when I wanted, went to the store when I wanted. It was just something I'd never experienced it. And I think I was just enjoying every minute of it. And I was there for 8 days, and it will be a lifelong memory for me. And I want to thank Jean. Oh my gracious. Jean is just a sweetheart through and through. All the ladies at the attic. And I have to mention my new friend, Diane. She is on Instagram as the Woodpecker's Daughter. Such a talented lady. Holy moly. She had me over to her home for a Stitchy evening. It was so much fun. Oh my gracious. I got to meet Amy, who is Mrs. Flossie. In fact, she gave me a cute little gift, a little strawberry with some tags. So thank you, Amy. It was so awesome to meet you. There were 2 Carols there. Hi, Carols. Jean came and Carolyn came from Stash Sisters. And we just had an awesome evening. Diane is a fabulous stitcher and quilter. I got to drive her long arm. I'd never done that before. It was so much fun. Oh my gracious. Just a super fun evening. The day after, Jean took me out to dinner with a couple other ladies to a delicious Mexican restaurant. I spent 2 days, Friday and Saturday, just sitting and stitching at the attic and absorbing the attic and going around and looking at everything at the attic. It was fun. And I brought all sorts of crafty stuff to do in my room, from cross stitch to working on the little hand-pieced quilting to wool, just so many things. So I got to share with you a few of the things. I have to show you this awesome bag. This was gifted to me by Diane. Again, I told you she's a wonderful quilter and bag maker. Look at how adorable this is. This is actually padded. And let me open it up. Look at this beautiful lining fabric. And we got talking because one of my acquisitions this summer is a Singer Featherweight, which I cannot wait to try. Oh, I'm so excited. It currently is being serviced so that it's all cleaned up and ready to go. It had to replace some of the little feet on the bottom, and I'm replacing the bulb and all sorts of things. But the other thing she gifted me, because she's a collector of Singer Featherweights, is a walking foot. So, woohoo! Does this mean I'm going to be quilting on this little featherweight? I can't wait. I can't wait. I am so looking forward to giving it a try, particularly as I get done with the retreat and class and all that jazz and get into the winter time. I'm looking forward to it. So thank you, Diane. I love this little bag. And in addition to that, she also gifted me, woohoo, one of these beautiful jewelry boxes that she wants me to prim up as is the latest trend. Sorry for the crunch. Oh, I should have taken this out, but let me see if I can show you. All right, done with crunching. It is red. It is red. And look at this. You're going to open this baby up and woohoo! Look at this beautiful box, and this opens up. Little hidden compartment there. I cannot wait to prim this up. It'll happen not anytime soon, but probably, again, this will be a winter project for sure. And I will definitely keep you updated on that. Love it. Thank you, Diane. Oh my gracious. Diane, we got to Zoom soon. Yeah, once I get done with the retreat, we got to do some Zooms so we can craft together. All right. What else did I want to show you? I have lots to show you. I'm going to kind of, one more person. Oh my gosh, how did I forget this? One more person I have to thank so much is Vicki. Vicki Jeanette from Needlework Press invited me to her home. if you follow her on Instagram, you need to follow her on Instagram. Basically, she's Needlework Press. Her home is a museum. It is chock full of antiques. Her walls, every wall in the house has antique samplers on it. Antique samplers here, there, and everywhere. There was so much I couldn't even take it in. I was so, woo. And not only samplers, but antique furniture, antique needlework supplies, all sorts of models from all of her classes over the years. It was just a plethora, She also has a desert garden with this huge cactus. She took a picture of me in front of, so I will include that for sure somewhere on this video, probably at the beginning or end. And so she showed me around that. She also has some cattle. Her husband is a large animal vet, just like my husband. And so I got to meet Niles, who was just lovely. And I got to see some of their cattle and Vicky's favorite little girl, her belted Galloway, which I'll put a picture of in, again, either before or after. So that was just so much fun. The day spent with her was just a real treat. I felt like I knew her forever. Really, our conversation was all over the place from Stitchy things and beyond, and it just was so much fun. And she was just so sweet. And one of the things she sent home with me was this cute little pattern called Lovest Thou Me. I cannot wait to stitch this. I don't know if this is out of print, to be honest with you. I don't even see where there's a date on it, but it is so cute, and it's super little, and you know for sure I'll be stitching that 100%. Oh goodness, I know she sent me with some other patterns. Hang on a second, did I bring them over? I know for sure I did. They're here somewhere. Where did I put them? Oh, no, I left them there. Hang on one second. Just want to come over here. Here they are. Sorry, people. There's just so much stuff here. Oops, almost tripping. There's so much stuff. So, she also gave me a few pieces of, sorry for the crunching again. Here we go. A few pieces of, perforated paper, because I've never tried that before. So I'm going to give that a try for sure. She gave me a couple of her little books that have little patterns and alphabets in there, which are so cute. Here's a pattern called the White Cottage. How cute is that? My gosh, look, that must be an antique box that she has that in. Isn't that adorable? So cute. So cute. Here is one called Garlands of Joy. Look at how cute that is. Adorable. Here's one called Hannah's Pomegranate, and I know this is available because this was at it was for sale at the Attic. So how cute is that? I'll definitely be stitching that one up. So yeah, call the Attic if you're interested in that. Hannah's Pomegranate. This is adorable. It's called Sweet Land. This is a patriotic one. Look at how cute that is. This was from 2018. Sweet Land. Adorable. This one is Hippity Hop. This I also saw at the Attic, so if you're interested in that for springtime. Adorable bunny. Adorable bunny. And this is Hannah Wilson. Look at how cute that is. Stitch every day. I love the ABC. I think I'll be probably stitching that, the ABC. That is so simple and prim. Love it. And thank you, Vicki, for these beautiful gifts and just for the lovely day we spent together. I'm crossing fingers. Vicki is coming to Rochester to teach a class at Hobby House in September, I think in a couple weeks. So I'm kind of hoping that I might be able to, I'm not going to the class, but I'd like to be able to break away and maybe get together for a couple hours. There's an awesome, if any of you guys are coming to Hobby House, they are having multiple events in September, October, and November. If you are coming, one place you have to go, and it's just around the corner from the shop. I mean, you could walk there, but it'd probably take you 15 minutes or so, but driving would take you like 3. It's called Pittsford Dairy. The Pittsford Dairy it has the best ice cream I've ever tasted anywhere. Not that I'm a world traveler, but the ice cream is outstanding. They even have ice creams for like make it made out of coconut milk and such if you can't do dairy. And it's worth a trip over there. They also have breads and pastries and all kinds of deliciousness. So Pittsford Dairy, if you're going to Rochester, check it out, just around the corner from Hobby House. Okay, so what else can I show you from the attic? Okay, here we are. Here are some of the things I purchased there. And I'm so excited because I've seen a few people since I showed this on my Instagram purchase this. Laura Duet was one of them. And this is Pineberry Lane's Sarah Barker. Is that cute or what? That is cute. I'll be honest with you. I did not kit it up there. It can be stitched in Weeks Dye Works or DMC, it looks like. So I have a ton of Weeks Dye Works here. I probably will go with that. But isn't that, and again, I'm drawn to the reds. And this also, I was a little bit inspired by my friend Lisa, Kindred Stitcher. I know she loves pinks. Now, I'm not the hugest pink fan, but with this, with the greens, the pinks, and the reds, I was very drawn to it. And it's a smaller sampler, so you know for sure I am going to be stitching this. Have I started it? No. I am really wanting to start all the samplers. I am sampler crazy. Earlier I said, yeah, my focus has changed. I'm suddenly sampler crazy, and I want to start all the samplers. Oh my gracious. So this is awesome, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. I also have always wanted Anna Grader 1812 from Scarlet House. So I picked that up. Isn't that beautiful? I just love the strawberries. I don't know. We'll see if I stitch the whole thing or if I just do the urn with the strawberries. I don't know yet on this one, but I've always wanted it, and I decided to go ahead and pick that one up. I had to get a Needlework press. This was adorable. It's a little small octagonal pincushion called Lily Bates Is My Name, reimagining a 19th century pin keep. Isn't that cute? Lily Bates Is My Name. Look at that. Adorable. This is DMC or Avera Soie. I don't know why I didn't get the Avera Soie while I was there. It was only 3 of them. Looks like it's 100.3s, I think. Which I now have a bunch of them because I have Sarah Fletcher's. I have the Nicola one from last November with 103s, and I just bought some 103s for my newest pattern, which I realized I left downstairs. I will get it, but let me, maybe I'll have the 103s for this, but isn't this adorable? Yeah, if you haven't gotten this yet, Lily Bates Is My Name. You need to grab that quick. I had to get a blackbird. Well, I ended up 2. This is Lydia Cohagen, if I'm pronouncing it right. I love this. I love the colors. They're kind of, they're red, but they're probably on the orangey side, which I actually like. And I love the simplicity of it. It has a lot of negative space. I love the simplicity of this. This is adorable, and I cannot wait to start that. And this caught my eye. It's very small. I've never had a design by Needle Made Designs, but I loved the little flower basket. It's called Keep Kind Thoughts. I don't know 100% if I'll be putting that wording on there, but I love the basket of flowers, and it's super little. It is 75 by 75. Come on. You can do that quick lickety-split. So there you go. Absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. And then I am usually not a Christmas stitcher. I don't know why. Once I saw this, I couldn't put it down. Again, it's very small. It's by Kathy Barrick. I don't know when it's from. It's probably old. 2015. You know, I don't know. What's that? 8 years old. But I just loved it. And it's NPI or DMC. I didn't buy the NPIs. But you know what? Olivia from Hillside Rookery. Olivia, maybe you want to get this one for Christmas time in your shop and have the NPI pack. And then maybe I could get the NPI pack from her. It's called Christmas Reindeer Sampler. So there's the antique, and there is it stitched. I just loved it. Again, simple, cute, almost like a little girl did it. I love the reindeer. Olivia, get this in your shop with the NPIs. I have the pattern, but I could purchase the little NPI kit from you. Love it, love it, love it, love it. While I was there, I did pick up some what's the word I'm looking for? I can't talk today. I picked up some cottons. I think I was just looking at the different patterns and thinking what cottons I had and what cottons I didn't. So I picked up some Weeks Dye Works and some Classic Color Works. And what are these? Simply Shakers. Adorable. So I did pick up some threads, just kind of looking at the different patterns, thinking what I had or didn't have. I couldn't help but buy some threads. And then I did buy 2 pieces of linen. Okay. I'm telling you, I'm so disorganized. The first one is Seraphim 40 count bee's knees. I have told you before I love this, and I used up all my bee's knees, so when I saw they had it, you better believe I was buying a piece. I love this color. Is this color adorable or what? Woohoo! This is an amazing color. If you have a chance to get bee's knees, this is fabulous. Love it. And I'm sure any of the things I showed you would look great on bee's knees. And I did the 40 count. And then I was struck silly. Yep, struck silly when I was looking around the attic and went towards the back. And on display, they had a model of Blackbird Designs Christmas Garden. Now, I have the pattern Christmas Garden. And I've always loved it. I've never stitched it. But when I saw this silk rendition, I was struck speechless. It just is my colorway. It's very gold, red, green. Now, there are only 4 colors listed. However, on the model, I feel like some of the motifs were done in a 5th color. So it's around the front of my desk. Again, I'm going to leave you and go grab it and come back around the desk. Hold on. Hold on, because you got to see this. You got to see this. You got to see this. Okay. Here we are, here we are, here we are. Okay, so first off, the pattern is in the book, Home for the Holidays. Here we are, Home for the Holidays. And here it is, Christmas Garden. Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. She just stitched this, but she used a silk conversion by hand-dyed fibers by, I forget the name. Sorry, I'm blanking on it. But she did recently do a silk conversion of this. And to me, looking at this, it's right. It looks Christmassy colors, bright reds and greens and such. I will definitely put some pictures that I took of the model somewhere in this video so you can see it and why I fell in love with it. The model, I think, was stitched on more of a, probably a Picture This Plus that was modelly with a green hint. Could have been Heritage. I have some. I did pick another fabric, but I don't know for sure what fabric I'm going to use. I can let you know in the future, but I did fall in love with this Seraphim fabric, which is a 40 count Lady Godiva. Woohoo! Lady Godiva. So here we are, Lady Godiva. Look at this. Yeah, it's another one you can't live without. Call the Attic ASAP. I think this weekend is the summer school. So I don't know if they're going to sell out of everything or what, but if it's something you want, I would call quick. Lady Godiva by Seraphim, 40 count. And so here is the conversion with the 4 colors. And then I'll show you the 5th color that I bought because I think whoever stitched the model, I think they used something else too. Is this amazing or what? Look at those colors. This red This red is called Red Clay by Gloriana. And look at the variegation in that. I'm telling you, it looks awesome on the samplers. It's the berries on the outside. Wow, I was just blown away by it. Blown away by it. And I love the gold. The gold is Gloriana also. Old Gold, it's called. Old Gold. And these other two are Classic Colorworks. Classic Colorworks. So for the conversion, definitely call the Attic. I feel in their model that this also is part of it. So I grabbed it and I took lots of pictures of the model so that I can hopefully reproduce it. I am looking forward to this. You see, I want to start all the things. Look at all the things. And it's also a sampler. Christmas Garden, I consider it a sampler. I don't know. Would you consider it a sampler? I think so. I think I might have convinced my friend Gail to start it. If she starts it, I'm definitely starting it. So there you go. I feel like that was all my purchases from the Attic. Of course, I wanted to buy everything, but I had to keep my spending under control because I spent a week there. And they kept asking, when am I coming back? I'm like, I would love to come back, but yeah, I got to pay for this trip first, right? Anyways, okay. A couple other quick things. Since I last saw you, I have had 2 of my stitches framed. So one of them has been sitting over here over my shoulder. Just so you know, I don't know if I've ever shown this before. This is a drawer from a desk I had growing up, and the desk is really in pretty rough shape. But I said, can I do something with that drawer? I painted the outside black. I painted the inside kind of a deep red, barn red. I don't know what you want to call it. And I hung it up, and I use it for displaying various stitched pieces. Most of the time, I have this old piece in there that my husband bought me years ago. It's a stamped cross stitch. I usually have that sitting in there, but today I decided to put one of my newly framed items in there. And you all know this as Hands Across the Sea, Tom's Foolery. I've shown it before when I finished it, but it is now framed. Woohoo! Does that look awesome or what, people? This is one packed sampler. It is adorable. I have seen somebody stitching it. I can't remember which floss tuber is stitching this. Could it be So Tattered? Katie? It might be. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Or was it the New Hampshire stitcher? I don't know. I don't remember. But somebody else is stitching it too. It is just, as you can see, just chock full of motifs. Just chock full of motifs. I just love it. It is generally not my colors. I'm like those other colors I showed you, the reds and the greens and the golds. This is like, wow, in your face kind of colors. But I love it. I love it. It's just so different and quirky. I loved stitching it. I love looking at it. I'm going to move it all around my house so I can see it all the time and change it up. So this is one. So let me see if I can place that back there carefully. It's kind of precarious, but there we go. Stay. And the second one that I stitched back in 2021, a couple years ago, was Blackbird Design Oh Joyous Day. And I now have that framed. And there you go. If I can kind of show you close up. I put my husband and my initials on there. And 2021 is when I stitched it. And I see loads of people stitching this. This is a classic pattern. That pink house and that big bird, you can't go wrong with it. You could also stitch just a band and do a drum. There's so many things you could do with this. It's just, yeah, endless ideas for sure. So there you go. I had 2 things framed. I'm trying to see what else I have hanging out over here that I was going to show you. I do have a couple miscellaneous items. If you give me a second. One is my friend Emily. Emily C. We all know and love Emily C. Emily C. Has sent me a stitched, she stitched this drum by Stacy Nash Primitives called Dark Horse Pin Keep Drum. There it is, Dark Horse Pin Keep Drum. And I'm going to drum it for her. She sent this to me a bit ago. I told her it's going to take me a little bit to get to it. Honestly, Emily, probably won't get to it until after my retreat. But she did an awesome job stitching it, and it's an adorable pattern. Look at this. Isn't that fabulous? It's adorable. So I am going to drum this up for her at some point, probably not till after October, when I have some time to do so. And she was very generous and sent me a bunch of beautiful fabric. Isn't this adorable, this fabric? Yeah, I was drooling over this fabric. It is really, really beautiful. Look at how pretty. Thank you, Emily. And I will get that back to you at some point, probably late fall. But great stitching, adorable pattern. What else do I have to show you? I did pick up from an estate sale a Birds of the Feather Sew-With sampler. I love that too. It's a small sampler. At some point, that will be on my list, another sampler. And my generous friend Beth Seal is borrowing me a out of print. Again, I know I'm crunching an out of print Birds of Feather that I've always wanted to stitch. I haven't yet started it. It is Sally Spencer. This is a classic, and yes, I will be stitching it. Maybe I should start it while I'm at Stitch Camp. That could be an idea. I may do that. So thank you, Beth, for borrowing that to me. What else do I have to show you guys? I think that might be it. I don't see anything else around me that I wanted to show you. So I think that might be it. Thank you so much for joining me. I do have a winner. Well, I have it here. I do have a winner. If you remember my last video from many months ago, I was going to do a giveaway for one of my paper and fabric banners, and our winner for the banner is Monica Mathis 79. Monica Mathis 79, please send me an email. It will be in the drop-down box with your address, and I will get the banner off to you. Congratulations, Monica. But again, thank you for joining me. I know this was a little disjointed today. It's been a long time since I've been here, and so I'm feeling a bit out of practice, but I definitely shared the highlights, and it's always so fun to share stitching adventures and things that are coming up that you're looking forward to. I'm hoping I can meet lots of you in October, and both in Rochester and maybe in Maryland. I think that would be so joyful, and remind me, if I do meet you, to take a picture so I can show everybody and we can share. I love seeing pictures of stitchers getting together. It just warms my heart. And so yeah, remind me, because sometimes I just get caught up in the moment. Again, at the attic, my time in Arizona was just delightful. And really, I now wish I would have taken lots of pictures and videos. I was just so immersed in enjoying that time. And again, it'll forever be in my heart as a memory for sure. So thank you again for spending some time with me. I hope you got some stitching done. It's been about an hour, I think. And I'm hoping that I can join you sooner than 3 months. So take care and have a lovely Thursday. Bye.